Okay. Get myself all nice and amped up. Let's get it. All right. Come one, come all. Good morning and welcome to Market Open live stream yet again. Wednesday, October 13th. Oh, so just get my watch list set up real quick. At HPCO and PEGY to the continuation watch list from yesterday's gaps. They're kind of holding up okay. PEGY I'm most interested in. It's gonna open pretty high. Looks like you get lace from 2 days ago. This is that recent IPO. This one's gonna gap up, so this might get interesting. Though, yeah, it's been decent. 7 million shares of volume traded so far. It's not bad. First and foremost, let's get everything settled here to see what we got for continuation. W on W maybe, but oh, I can just do it right there. Being silly, I never knew that. Delete. Oh yeah, that's nice. ADTX. Don't really care about that. TOPS. No interest. IMUX. This one's gapped up a little bit. I'll keep it on the continuation watch list. This was a stock that I traded the day before yesterday. Yesterday did give some opportunity, especially in power hour, but I was watching it through this area here and then ended up stepping away for the last little bit. And I gave a push in the last like 10 minutes of the day there. So I'll definitely keep that one on the list. I'll keep SLBR also on the continuation list because sometimes this can give some interesting opportunity. And I'll keep FNGR as well. This one's holding up pretty high. So, got Lace, PGY. I doubt we're going to see much on HBCO. Or SLBR. But, I'll keep it and we'll see what happens. Other than Lace, let's see what we got for gappers this morning. TTOO, looks like it's a reverse split. But I'll look at it, I'll watch it, see what happens. FNHC is gapped up, but it's really cheap. So I'm not super interested in that one. It's 48 cents right now, but I'll have it on watch for the time being. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Wow, SQQQ is gapped up 10%. So the markets took another big hit overnight. Man alive. Real quick. Should trade with the helmet on to protect myself from the insane market conditions today. All right. Okay. So what else we got? Gap scanner looks bad. Markets are down a lot coming in today. So, the sentiment has not been there. Market has certainly been very bearish. So we'll see what today ends up looking like for opportunity. Wow. That was a mistake. And as far as gappers go, there's really not much else that I care about trading. We have WKE or WKEY rather. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for today's watch list. Man, that's not good. Weird. That is not correct. Okay. So, time right now, 8:22. 9:22 Eastern time. So we got about 8 minutes till the market opens here, and the watch list is looking pretty slim this morning. So weird. People trying to impersonate other traders. People need to get a life. Let's see. UVXY is probably skyrocketing off this news. Yeah. Not as much as I thought, but it's up 2.5%. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be watching Lace into the open. To be quite honest, this is really the only one that looks good. I mean, this market is just getting ripped a new one. Let's take a look at. I mean, glad I sold my Tesla stock when I did, but let's take a look at it. mean, just consecutive red, 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 red. And we're going to open lower today down here at like 209. I mean, you know what it is, what it is. The way the market moves is completely out of my control. I'm only here to capitalize on what I can, take the trades that the market's willing to give. That's about it. So, yeah, lace. This one's going to be interesting here. All these levels down here, but they're not really significant anymore, so I might as well just dump them off. Guys fighting or something? So, let's take a look here. The low of the first IPO day was 2. It's only going to be relevant today, most likely, but I'll mark it out. And then, yeah, it's pretty much just the highs of 550, so we'll see if we can get up that high. We're going to open around $4 a share, it looks like. We got 5 minutes of the open right now. The chart doesn't look bad, and it doesn't look like there's any news on it. There's no specific news on why this is up as much as it is. Wow, it's crazy, dude. VLCN I see is call out VLCN. Yeah, I mean, it's up 3%. I have really no desire. It doesn't look good at all. So maybe it'll end up moving, but I'm not going to be watching it. It does not look promising right now. So before I forget, gotta get this stuff set up over here. So, SPY, Qs, lace. Guess I'll have that. PGY, IMUX. It's good enough for now. Yeah, this is sad. I mean, it's a huge drop. SPY's yesterday closed at about 57, and then we're gonna open at 349. It's a big drop. Can't seem to get this situated in a good spot. That should be good right there, yeah? Yeah. So time is 8:27. Got about 2 minutes to the bell here. So with that being said, what I'm trying to work on this week and I've been having an issue with is cutting my winners too quick. That's kind of what I made my recap on yesterday. So in light of that, I don't want to be over trading, but if I take a trade based on some analysis, if it is a kind of a lighter volume pullback trade, and those are the ones that I've been cutting way too quickly, yeah, I want to be cognizant of trying to hold it down and not sell impulsively when I get green on it. And then if if it ends up being a trade where I do go slightly green and it reverses on me and I stop out for a break even or a loss, then my analysis was off. So I can't be afraid of that. I have to just trust my analysis. And if it's wrong, then so be it. And I have to go back and learn what I can from it. Oh, man. Oh. I don't really feel tired, so I wonder why I'm yawning. Got some good exercise in this morning. Got myself pumped up. A few good songs. Okay. So we got about 20 seconds till the market opens here. Now, real quick, I should remind myself what the float on a lace is. Type in real quickly here. Small float. Okay, it's like 5 million. So I'll keep that in mind. All right, there's the bell. Let's see how this one's going to act. So it's going to break through this descending resistance here. Buyers coming in. If we get to 408, I might try it there. Oh, it's not going to dip that low. Trying that, might go pull back. See more buyers will step in. Yeah, not bad there. I know I was talking about longer hold time, but with this kind of a trade with a Marco pullback entry, that's different. That's not what I'm looking to be holding longer. But looking to be holding on longer, looking to be holding the pullbacks on lighter volume longer. There's the pullback trades in general. So that was a good exit there. I ended up getting out 22. Top was 23. So small little scalp there, not bad. Nice opening candle there, though. Didn't quite expect to see so many buyers come in straight away. I was expecting buyers to come in and then come right back down and then maybe give it another try, but buyers stepped in there at 10. So let's see what this pullback is going to be like here. Man, and it's going to be a little bit hard to trust stocks today with the market being so bearish. I mean, it's going to gap down and we're opening and just going lower right now. What is going on? Oh, phone's vibrating. And that's dipping down here into this previous descending support. I'm sorry, descending resistance. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a bounce out that level. Looks like I don't have this line drawn fairly accurate there. All right, so laces, it looks like it's the only one right now. More buyers stepping in there. Nice. 5-minute candle might close strong. Got about 40 seconds left on it. We're going to push through 23. Pre-market high is 37. Trying that pullback. Wait a second here. Look, we had a lot of sellers at 30, so I hopped out real quick. I'll try it again if it gets... $23 got bought up. It's 32. $30 is holding for now. 29 on the bids. Back to 30. 29. Back to 30. 29. 30. So it's holding up here. Wanted to push right there through 37. How am I getting fill at 35, dude? Sometimes these fills are a bit wild. Watching here. See if we can get lighter volume on this pullback. And I'll look for an entry. See if we get some sort of flag on the 1 minute here. But I want to see this hold up above 25. Well, ideally at least above 22. There's 25. Buyer stepping in there. And there's the break. Sold this a bit too soon. It's holding. It's not. It was a good break though. It's gonna hold up. 50 would be the next target. So some good momentum here. I'm gonna have to get a sweatshirt again. It's cold in my room. So we're holding up here. We're kind of getting this consolidation on lower volume. So it might be setting up for another leg higher. There's 47. Could potentially try it there at 44 on that pullback, but it's looking a bit heavy. $17 million shares of volume traded. Want to see a lighter volume dip to 38 here. Didn't want to get on that heavier volume pullback. Yeah, so far some nice volume. The volume profile looks pretty good. So far, we're just kind of on this ascending support right there, but it's a little bit too steep of an angle for me to really want to trust it. Nice bottoming wick candle there in the 1 minute. Tried making a push, then got rejected there at 47. So some indecision up in this area. Seems like it wants to go. It's up almost 50% of the day now. The volume's starting to decrease here, so I might look for an entry on the pullback if we get it pull back to like 36 here. But not give you the entry though. Only thing. And again with that. Man. Said I was looking for 36 and then I just didn't trust it there. And it hit 36 and reversed. A bad read, but I didn't follow. I didn't trust my analysis on it yet again. It looked like some more volume was going to come in on this candle, though. That's why I chickened out on it. It's 39. I mean, 49, rather. It's going to break 50. Watching here. Get some selling pressure here now. We double topped at 49 on these two candles. So couldn't break 50. Yeah, big seller there at 49. I hate to see this candle retrace all the way and become a bearish engulfing. So far, we're getting kind of declining volume again. We had this push. Now we're coming down, but it's on lower volume. Granted, this red candle here is on higher volume than this one by about 300,000 shares. And the volume was just too heavy there. Let's get one more leg down here. If it flushes one more leg down, I'm going to take an entry. No. Okay, not anymore. Super quick. Gonna grab a sweatshirt. Yeah, so now we're kind of just coming down on this grindy, heavier volume. So not interested in taking an entry down here, at least for the time being. If we start to consolidate around VWAP on lower VWAP, on lower volume, I would look for an entry potentially, but I'll leave it alone for right now. could potentially try towards VWAP here for an entry, but sometimes those can get pretty heavy. DWAC is moving. Okay, let's put this on the watch list. Remember trading this one in the past. It's actually halted to the upside, $21 a share here. So, what's that about? Rise one of the broader market tanks. SPACs set to merge with the former President Donald Trump's Trump Media and Technology. Yeah. But it doesn't really say why. There's not really a clear catalyst here. Merger vote is such it's now scheduled for November 3rd. Yeah, so I don't really see the catalyst. It's not very clear there. I'll delete this. This was this, I'll never forget NRBO. Did a reverse split and then went absolutely crazy. This was the day I did a reverse split. It went from 17 to 63. So I never used to watch reverse splits or even add them to the list, but after that, I feel like they're worth watching because get some unexpected momentum. Yeah, the two other gappers, no good. There's just no volume. Oh, we had nice volume in the first 1 minute candle, but rejected. I should say 5 minute candle rather. Yeah, no interest there. Lace is still holding up on VWAP, and it's kind of consolidating, and it is on a bit lower volume here. DWAC, looks like the resumption on that one should be at 49 and 14 seconds. It's going to be a 5 minute halt. DWACW, check out the warrants on that one. Sometimes it's worth trading these warrants. It's up 53% here now. The thing about this is, like, very light volume. So liquidity is not very much there, and it's hard to find an entry on a stock like this. We'll see what happens on resumption on DWAC. It might be worth it to then hop over quickly to this one. If like, say we resume on DWAC and it pumps higher into another halt, I might hop over here super quickly, look for an entry on this thing. But man, I mean, it's jumpy. It went from 560 to 570. I mean, this is high risk for sure. Lace, we're still consolidating here on right over VWAP. Should make a push. No? Okay. There's a decent amount of sellers into that pop. Me watching DWAC. So resumption on 49 and 44, 14 seconds. So resumption should be in about 15 seconds on this thing. Won't look to get too aggressive on it. Let's take 100 shares. I'll take 120 shares. Because there's resumption. It's going to push higher. It's 21. Yeah, looking a little heavy there. Yeah, so it's going to be a lower resumption. Push over highs and reject. So, was this going to be it right here. The spreads aren't too bad, but it can certainly open up. Just want to be careful of a halt down on this thing, trying to buy dips. Because I don't want to get flushed on and then be locked in a halt down. That would be worst case scenario. So for right now, I'll leave it alone. So I'm guessing the warrants are going to be probably going down now too. It's coming down to VWAP. Lace? This one's holding up. It's 36 right now. So we had this push. Now we're kind of consolidating in this range. This doesn't look bad here. It's a nice 1 minute chart. If we get a low volume dip down here, maybe 34, maybe 35 even. I might look for an entry. Put DWAC in a side chart just to keep it on watch. DUAC. I am DUAC. Hence the buy button in this pullback if it's going to dip with low volume here. Watching. Yeah, that's too high volume for me to take that right there. Yeah. So if we went to 34, 35, I mean, I would have taken it on low. If it was low volume, that's the key. Not on this higher volume pullback. I'm not really interested right now. Looking to stay calm and relaxed. So far, small green on this one for me. Dave gave some decent opportunity, but I thought this break of 50 was going to be a bit stronger. I ended up rejecting off that level. There's a potential entry here when we started consolidating on VWAP on lower volume. Potentially, but not really a setup that I particularly love. DWAC is hanging out right on VWAP right now. Surprisingly, the warrants are still going up, which is kind of weird. Man, so the market is pretty bearish. Though, we are coming back from that gap down. So let's take a look really quick. We opened down 3% on the Qs. It's trying to recover a bit from that, which is good to see, but yeah, we'll see how the market ends up playing out for the rest of the day. SPY reclaimed the 50s. But yeah, it makes it kind of hard to trust anything, even when we're talking about smaller cap momentum stocks. When the market is so bearish, when everything is down, when the markets are all down. I mean, we opened today, like I said, gap down 2% on the SPY, gap down 3% on the Nasdaq. I mean, those are big numbers to be gap down just overnight. So always want to be conscious of what the overall market looks like. Lace, we're holding up here. And again, we're kind of getting this later volume consolidation, which might not be bad for an entry. 32 with maybe a profit target of 39, maybe 42 from 31. And it's going to make a little push here. See if we have enough buyers come in. I'm not going to take it right there. Looks like FNGR made a push. Which is kind of interesting. One I forgot to look at was IMUX, but it doesn't look like there's much happening on this one today. That had a nice strong move power hour yesterday. But right now it's no good. Ooh, lace. Yeah, this is what I was just kind of talking about here with this lower volume consolidation. Enter at 31 for profit target of 42. It's not a bad trade. I didn't take it though. Wow, rejected off that though. If we get one more panic flush down here from this level, I might take an entry. Watching level 2. It's not okay. So sometimes on these, when we get a rejection like this, we'll flush, kind of hold for a second, come down even lower. So at this point, this was a 5% drop. And then if we held here at 20 for a second and then flushed again, I would look for the entry for the retest up towards maybe 20, 23. Or maybe back towards the VWAP. Kind of similar to a trade I had yesterday on what was the stock? Yeah, PEGY. Just look really quick. So PEGY yesterday. If I can get over to it. I ended up having an entry right down here. So it's kind of similar where we're making a push, lower volume consolidation. Actually, it's very similar. Makes a push here, breaks over this previous resistance level by just a penny, rejects. And so what happened here is we rejected. It held around 620s for a second and then flushed again. And then I had the entry, got filled at 604, ended up being a nice trade. But it was I cut it too soon. As you can see, I ended up ripping without me. But that was kind of what I was looking for on lace just now here. So if we can look, yeah, it's very similar chart actually. We have resistance here at 39 and high of this candle here was 40, 42. Pushed to 43, so it broke up by just a penny again, and it rejected. So if we rejected here, held 420 for a second and fell down to maybe 410s, 405, I would have looked for an entry down there for the panic flush and a quick rebound. TOPS is moving, but TOPS to me seems like a little bit of a POS. I don't really enjoy trading this one. It's super small float. It's always very spready and kind of unpredictable. Granted, we had some good opportunity on it these 2 days, especially this day, but after that, it's just kind of been choppy and difficult. I mean, the stock has been choppy and difficult basically since it's been in play. Be watching lace, but it looks like it's kind of fading here now. See if buyers can step in here. You know, I know we're below VWAP, but If we can hold here around 412 and we can get consolidation maybe between like a range of 410 and 416 and kind of bounce around in this area on low volume, I might look for an entry to, for the retest of VWAP. And this is kind of an entry. Granted, this is below VWAP, so it's not typically a trade that I take. But yeah, this is kind of this Tyler trade that I was talking about, where we have a lower volume, we have a pullback, kind of a lower volume consolidation, and then if I get on that, those are the trades that I want to be holding longer that I've been cutting too quickly. So if you're watching Lace, so it's kind of doing what I was talking about here. Dip a little bit more, and this was a little bit higher volume there. Yeah, 100,000 shares. It's not great. But yeah, if we can continue to consolidate here and the volume lightens up, I'll look for an entry to see if we can get the retest of VWAP. PEGY is moving. LMAO U is halted. Let's take a look. Okay, no interest there. So not really getting much of a consolidation period here. The buyers are trying to step in to these levels. We're watching PEGY on a side chart. This one could get interesting. Over 70. If we could get up to maybe 90 and break 90, that would certainly be interesting, but I'm not too sure about that one. We'll see. You know, it's weird. I don't know why I'm yawning. I even feel tired. Rev. Okay, REV. This one halted, except it's on pretty dang light volume, which is always inherently a bit risky. REV. Let's see here. So it looks like it halted at 3 and 0 seconds. I haven't seen a halt on on the minute in a while. So yeah, it should be this resumption should be at 08 and 0 seconds if it's going to be a 5-minute halt. Revlon. So doubt there's any news on this. It kind of just looks like a random pop into a halt. Yeah. yeah, so we watching on a resumption, but these are always a little bit sketchy when we have a random kind of pop on. Granted, the volume isn't terrible. I've definitely seen worse. 96,000 shares here, and then 160,000 shares into the halt. There's kind of this grindy action into it, so we'll see what the resumption looks like. So far today, we had DWAC that locked up in a halt. And it resumed lower, gave a pop over the resumption or the previous halt level, and then flushed. And now it's struggling. Now it's below VWAP. But that was a wow. Actually, that's kind of nuts. That was a 16% move. Come here. So at 08 and 0 seconds, I'm watching this one right now. Because Lace is not doing what I was looking for entry is if we were going to consolidate in this area through maybe 410 and 415 on lighter volume. But then we started pushing and then held here for a little bit and then rejected. So I'm not really too interested in this thing right now. See if buyers can step in, but Rev resumption's in about a minute here. So I'll be watching. It's at 26%, but only 393,000 shares of volume traded so far. So I'm really not too keen on trading this out of this halt. I'm watching on a resumption. Got about 15 seconds till it resumes. If I take a trade, I'll take it with a bit smaller size, but we'll see what the volume looks like when we resume. I'm watching here. Should resume in a second. It's a flat resumption. It's going to dip straight away. If you're ballsy, you would have bought that first pullback. Not me. I mean, technically, that was kind of the flat resumption, dip, and a rip. That was about give some good opportunity there, potentially like 30 cents, but this is very high risk. It's holding 5 pretty well. Let's see if we can continue that. Really can't reclaim 5. Reclaim 5. Reclaim 5. Can we hold 5 and then get a push to 520? Maybe to 525, 530. So the markets are I'm still coming back here now. SPY's only down 1% now. Q's down 1.5%. Yeah, and I'm not interested in this. Just it's a risky business. You know, if I was being very quick and decisive and confident, I guess maybe the first entry here, or the first pullback, because we resumed, dipped, and then that got bought up, and we ended up pushing to 520 before it turned around. So even if we got filled here at maybe 95, 90, it wouldn't have been a bad trade, but yeah, it's just a bit too risky there, and especially given the sentiment today. Don't want to take it. Lace, trying to come back to view up here. REV, yeah, so no good on that one. Man, so there's the opportunity this morning was on Lace. It was here. And that's pretty much all we got. So, after the couple little small trades I took on LASE, Lace, I'm up 31 bucks. So, small green for the time being. And if nothing else sets up, then that might be it for me today, but we'll see. It's been about 45 minutes since market opened. I mean, just nothing is really holding up very well. Seen this kind of thing all too many times where it looks like we're going to get some more buyers. It ends up being a big bull trap and it rejects. This has been a very, very common thing right here. Do not like it. REV. Oh, no, I thought it was a different one. Yeah, it gets selling off here now. Lace, we're continuing to hold up pretty high here. So we're on this ascending support line right now. We'll see what ends up happening with this one. You know, it wasn't a bad break of this descending resistance here, and I didn't take it. I'm sorry, descending support, rather. Let's check out this bad boy. I just want to see what it's doing these days. Down, down, and down. Still at 43%, and it's holding fairly strong on view op here. I'm sorry, under view op here. So, this doesn't look bad. If we get a light volume pullback into this level, I might look for an entry around 18. But I feel like if this thing turns over, we could get a quick flush to like 15. Because many buyers are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. It might end up being a stop area below this, so setting support. TDOO? I got rid of that one from the list. Apparently it's being called out. Let's see what it looks like. Highs 65. It's making a push here, but it's on a really light volume. I'm not interested in that. And we're kind of breaking down past this level here now. Okay. All right, well, it's pretty dry out there today, huh? Take a look at a couple of these. MMAT. This has decent volume, but I don't like this grindy action. Not interested in this one really. USEA. Again, there's just nothing obvious. And if it's not obvious, it tends to not work very well with how I tend to trade it. See, SNTI is also moving. Ooh, this one could actually get interesting here. Almost over yesterday's high at 65. But yesterday, yeah, so SNTI was a multiple day runner, and now it's kind of coming all the way back down. The thing is just nothing's obvious. No obvious stocks. And it's not to say that there's not money to be made, but not super cohesively with how I like to trade. Yeah, I'll be watching SNTI. Lace is still struggling. High STI is 59. SNTI, there's 58. Current high of day is 59. So really the entry would have been down here. If we, on this lower volume pullback here, trying to find an entry for the test higher. But now in the lower volume stock like this, there's no entry up here. Kind of gonna have to wait for some sort of a pullback or consolidation. Definitely not something that I'd be trying a micro pullback on or anything like that. Is it 10,000 share buyer 59? Oh, delete that one. Delete that one. So I'll add SNTI and also RAV just to see if we get any continuation out of that or some sort of recovery. Oh, okay. Actually, this one went off my radar. We did end up breaking out, making new highs on Rev. This doesn't look like a bad entry right in this section there. It's a bit lower volume, but yeah, I don't know. It's not great. Watching Rev here. So now we're kind of getting this lighter volume consolidation, yeah. So there we go. It's a bit spready. There's 10,000 share buyer at 20. 10,000 share buyer at 23. It's 28, 29. Interesting. So just watching here. We had some good opportunity this morning, but man, it's kind of like watching paint dry as a bull momentum trader. It's not what I like to see. What? A bull in a china shop? That's Midge. Look at this thing. She's been here for like a half hour. I have to pee, but I don't know what to do about it. I know, I have to pee, but I have the kitty cat on my lap. So we're pulling back here, a bit lighter volume. REV, it's at 31%. And we're kind of getting this lighter volume consolidation here. Doesn't look bad. I might look for an entry. $13. I'll give it a shot to see if we can get a test higher. An RV at 14. Now this is the trade that I'm going to have to practice my patience muscle on just a bit. Wow, chop. I fill at 620. That's disappointing. How do you fill at 20? Come on, man. I sold into that pop. Oh well. All right, I'm going to have to step away and go to the bathroom, unfortunately. Got to protect myself from this crappy market. It's recovering, though. It's not bad. RV. Not bad. Starting to speed up here now. REV. It's going to be the one. Break a 50. More buyers coming in. We're going to claim 50? No. Okay, let's see if we can get a lower volume pullback here. We're gonna be patient on this one. You know what? I kind of did it again though. I was in here at 14 and I sold into this. It did come back down, but then gave up tests. And it ended up breaking 557. Time right now, 9:30, 10:30 Eastern time. Be careful here on this to see if it rejects because this is kind of a similar thing we've been having. $49 by 50. It's holding 50 pretty well. And TI also just made a push here. This one's been grinding up higher, so it ended up breaking out and getting some increasing volume here. SNTI, we're getting a lower volume pullback here, so I might look for an entry on it. See if we get the retest towards 450. Oh, I'm sorry, it was 405. Then maybe the yeah, 450 is a bit far off right now. Maybe buyer step in there. Give it just a second here. Really reclaim 90. Nah. What? Am I still holding some of the position I sold? If we can hold 90, I'll continue to hold this. So, where's SNTI at here? Not bad. And, we're holding up here pretty high on this lighter volume. Starting to speed up here now on S&TI. It's 23. Wow. It was a nice 5-minute setup. I was out too soon. Again, gotta be practicing my patience muscle. Gotta build that muscle, strengthen that muscle. Yeah, lace is coming down, down, down now. No good. Well, we're approaching 10 o'clock right now. And with S&TI moving, yeah, it's moving, but I'm not really too fascinated. Currently up 67 bucks in the day. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for right now. If S&TI gives some more obvious opportunity, I'm gonna be trading it, but I guess I'm gonna shut the stream down for the time being. So if anybody's watching, continue to trade safe, continue to trade smart, practice patience and discipline. I know I am. And as always, I'll be back tomorrow. But later.